Ever been left speechless by the ridiculousness of modern dating? Or maybe you're more old school. Yeah, like seriously, what were we thinking with those pickup lines in the 90s? This is I'll Explain All This Later, the podcast where we dissect the crazy world of relationships. From dating app disasters to in-law interventions, we'll cover it all. Now, some of our takes might be a little hot, but hey, that's what you get when you press play and tune in. We'll explain the logic behind it all. Eventually. Anyway, let's dive in. Here are your hosts, Big Smash, Nira Muhammad, and Rose Gold.
I be out with the old and in with the new, right? So tonight I have decided to embark on a new journey. I felt like it was time for a change with things on how I want it. When you've done podcasting, the same podcast for 5 years, it was time to do something different. So I said, as we explain with this, I'll explain all that later. But tonight we're recording and it feels different. So on this journey, I decided to embark on and enlist some help from probably one of the dopest podcasters slash a whole bunch of other things, but I ain't gonna speak for her. I'm gonna let her speak for herself. We got Miss Nira Muhammad in the building tonight for this very first episode of I'll Explain All This Later.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me. We go way back in this podcast world, it seems.
Facts.
Yeah, I was still in Baltimore when we first started.
Yeah. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So tonight, this episode is called First Impressions. Now, what it is you are going to get a scenario from me or on occasion, Miss Muhammad, and we're going to discuss this scenario and give you a perspective of what men and women feel. And we're going to start off tonight. So the scenario: you meet someone interesting at a party. You have a great conversation, but they leave abruptly, promising to text you later. They never text. So we're going to discuss how that is, why that occurred. And then I'm going to give you my take on that, though. Listen, first of all, you got to start following up. All right. Guys and women alike. Nobody likes being waiting around the phone, waiting on the call, waiting on the text. It's annoying. All right. I got a problem with that. Like, I feel like after 2 days and I don't hear from you, I'm moving on. So when you decide to hit me up and I no longer know who you are, or I care to know who you are, then it's your fault. It's your fault. You got 2 days with me. See, everybody, because I done waited and paced around this house for 2 days. And every time my phone ring, I done thought it was you. Or every time I get a text, it's a weak ass spam email. Like, yeah, I'm not doing that. So after the second day, I'm cool. Don't worry about it. Cause I felt like you must don't value my time. And I don't like that. What say you?
Man, you are like literally preaching to someone who has been in a situationship where we have argued relentlessly about this topic. I'm like, it takes nothing to send a freaking message. I don't care if you are on the toilet taking a shit, dog. You can message me back. Like,
Facts.
If I am important to you, then you would value my communication with me above. For me, it needs to be above like damn near everybody. Like outside of like, realistically, like your kids, work, I should be like pretty high up there. Like if I'm dealing with you. But I agree, in the very beginning, I feel like it's such a fickle moment. You know what I mean? It's like that little bit of time that you get to make that impression on someone that's like, oh, we don't connect and I don't hear from you. And like you said, in a couple of days, for me, it's like, oh, well, I guess you really weren't trying to build with me because we don't know each other enough to just like not talk. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm on the dating app. I'm out there. And yeah, once I feel like the communication is off, I unmatched. Boom. We unmatched.
I'm
not,
stubborn.
You're not just about to sit in my thing, think about to hit me up 2 months later and all that. Hell no.
Yeah. You know what? I am notorious for that. Like I'm very stubborn. I won't reach out to you because you said when we departed that you was gonna reach out to me.
Well,
So
I'm big on that too, though. I feel like the
I'm
last person to communicate should communicate next, the other
facts.
person.
But on the flip note, if I miss you, you know what I'm saying, or if I'm you're on my mind, I'm not gonna say miss at that stage, but if you're on my mind and I'm wondering, then I might have to swallow my pride and go ahead on and reach out. And it might, because I understand that people have things to do, everybody's
Mhm.
busy, but I feel like this, it's 24 hours in a day.
It is.
Nobody's busy a complete 24
But
hours.
listen,
Like
nobody's too busy for somebody that they're really feeling. That's the point.
facts.
You will be
Facts.
too busy for everybody. I might ignore my mom's call.
Yeah.
If you're my person and I'm trying to get to know you and you got me giggling and all smiling, I'm goofy.
Yeah.
No, I'm responding.
I expect a follow up. You know what I'm saying? Same way that if it was me, you would expect a follow up. You would
Yeah,
expect me
sure.
to reach out, because when a guy doesn't follow up, oh, he's playing games. Oh, he wasn't ready. He on bullshit. You know what I'm saying? This is what
I
women
don't think
say
that.
when we don't follow up, or he just want to fuck. And nine
You know,
times out of
I
10,
be thinking that he just got too many other people that he probably talking to and entertaining. That's at least from like the dating that perspective. I'm just like, oh well, he
mm,
probably already matched with hella people. Or I feel like, oh, maybe he already has a girlfriend. I just feel like he has something else
see,
going on.
dating apps. Listen, I'm
Oh,
gonna
they
be
suck.
completely honest, ladies. If y'all on
I
these
don't think
dating
it's good.
apps, 80% of these dudes just want to fuck.
80% of women just want to fuck.
No, 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 the
I'm just
dudes.
kidding. No, they don't. They don't.
Yeah, yeah. But see,
But some
that's what
dudes
it
will say
is.
it though on their profile. Like I've had
Yeah.
I had one dude, I be having dudes hit me up and say the most wild shit. Like, yo, let me stick my tongue in your ass. I'm like,
Hey, hey,
oh,
I got like
we
a
didn't get to the conversation yet.
listen, when
We
I
ain't
was when I
matched.
was little, I did used to lead off dates and conversations with that, whether online or in person, not with the eating ass, because back in my days, eating ass wasn't a thing. Like, yeah,
That just became popular.
we was still on the eating pussy as a lead in convo a lead in line. So, and we even back then we was looking at that as, man, I ain't never doing that shit. Now it's like they just done advanced. So, you know what I'm saying?
Big advance.
But that used to be the opening line. Like that's what a lot of dudes would say to get through the door. And I'm just like, bruh,
That's such a
you don't,
turn off
you
for
don't even
me.
know this girl.
Yeah,
Like,
like ew.
this is the conversation I
Ugh.
was having in my head. Like, nigga, you don't even know this girl. Why is you saying that shit? Slow down. This is what I was saying to myself about myself. Like, so you have, I think the most important thing is just being yourself.
I think so too. Because I
Because
think your authentic people are gonna gravitate towards
yeah,
you when you're yourself. You know what I
because
mean? Like your tribe.
and when you're trying too hard, it's noticed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's just disrespectful. Let's just throw that out there. Like coming at a woman like that off the bat without even like,
yeah.
if you're her man, then that's one thing. I definitely want you to come through my phone, baby. When I get off
Yeah.
work, I'm eating it. Like that's totally different. But you
Mm-hmm.
can't just hit me up like, yo, I'm trying to eat your ass. Like what? I don't. First of all, anything sexual off the bat is just a turn off. Just because it's like, whoa. I'm not saying I don't love
Not in the
sex, but
follow-up text. Like, hey, baby, you look real good at that party. I'm mad you had to leave. Let me come on over and show you what you missing out on. Shit like
no,
that.
you
Like,
better not.
nah, bro.
I just met you at a party.
Yeah.
You need to take me out for coffee. I can't even get a cheap coffee date. I can afford my own, but I would love it if you. I'm a coffee connoisseur, but I know some women are bougie. I've seen a lot of women. I've argued with women who said that coffee is not a good first date. Personally,
Yeah.
as a math, you got to understand, I'm also a math specialist, so I deal with numbers a lot. So for me,
Mm.
and I look at this economy and just everything, I truly believe that as men, you should be taking women out on cheap first dates. Personally, I personally believe that. Because what if y'all don't even connect? Now you don't spend $150, $200 on some chick that you're never even going to see again?
Facts.
Absolutely not. Let's just break the ice. I'm not taking a first date to Joffrey's, like, and dropping $300.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
And
and
I do
I
that.
think when you leave with money, when you come through the door with money, do not get mad when he or she expects you to keep coming that way, because that
Exactly. First
the
impressions.
lifestyle that you open the door to them, fulfilling. That's what you put out there. That's what you led
Mhm.
with. So, don't get them used to a lifestyle that you cannot maintain, because
Unless you can maintain it.
if this is where you're taking me, we go on the roof, Chris, and all this stuff. This is the lifestyle that I expect you to maintain. Don't change up and be like, you know what? Yeah, we went to roof, Chris, all last week. I just want to go to Applebee's, which is cool. There's nothing wrong with Applebee's,
There's
ladies and
nothing wrong with
gentlemen.
Applebee's unless you're me and you're gluten free. I can't eat
Yeah.
anything at Applebee's.
So I think the way you lead is how
Yep.
you come through the door. Because I'm going to be honest, I've ran into females where money did not impress them.
Yep. I'm
They
one of
had their
them.
own shit. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? So leading with sex is not a good impression, because if I've been in situations where men and myself have literally talked ourselves out of vagina
Yep.
because we came through the door. That woman probably already had it in her mind that she was gonna give it to you, but then you had to run your mouth, and it has happened. I think being yourself is key. Like, man, you got to come in and lay all the cards on the table. Like, that was a time where with dating, I wouldn't even mention that I had 7 kids
I
that
can
are
understand.
actually mine. Before I got married, I had 7 children. So I wouldn't even mention that I had 7 children. That would
Yeah.
be like fourth or fifth date type shit. But
Yeah.
then it got to the point where I listen. Now I'm just gonna put all my cards on the table. Now you either like it or you don't. Hey, I got 7 kids. Let's before we get wrapped up into each other, and before we get to, seeing how serious it is. Listen, I got this amount of kids, this amount of children's mothers. It ain't no drama. I ain't looking for no mama for my kids. They're straight.
Yeah.
But I had one woman who came off and told me, "Oh, you got all these kids. Oh, you ain't got enough money to take care of me." And I'm sitting here thinking in my head, like, you know what, you're right. Because this is only the first date, and you already thinking I'm finna take care of you. This is already a problem. So, ladies and gentlemen, please get that out your head. Okay. Your struggles, whatever you're struggling with, your light bill due, your phone bill due, kids need diapers, all of that stuff should
That's
not be
insane.
on the first date. I don't want to hear it.
I'm sorry, that shouldn't be on the date at all. Cause I,
You
I
sh-
just I just personally feel like, and maybe I'm just a different type of woman, but I just feel like you gonna have those bills with or without that damn man. And until
fact.
he is your man, he is not obligated to pay your bills. Anything that he does for you, he does for you out of the kindness of his heart because he wants to do it, and vice versa. And I think that more women need to reciprocate. Like, I'm the type that is like, babe, I might cash app you $50, be like, hey babe, throw a little
Yeah.
something in your tank, get you a little gas, because I love the way you, and I do
Hell
that.
yeah.
I do shit like that. And they be like, yo, did you just send me money for, because I gave you some good. Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't even really about that. It's just because you're my person, and I was thinking about your ass, and so I was like, let me just go ahead and send you 50 because I was thinking about you. You know what I'm saying? Or
Fact.
30 or whatever. 20. I don't care if you send a $25 for gas, but like, look, here go 25 for your tank. It could be the littlest shit. I'm the type of woman. If you had a cup of coffee sent to my office, I'm over here like, oh my
Yeah.
god. You know what I mean? Because you got to start thinking about the little things. Like, we get so caught up on social media and trying to stun out
Mhm.
and brag about what your man bought you and what he paid for, when y'all could just be a team. Because if you're a teammate with me, I feel like that takes the load off of me in general. It's not about I want you to just come in and take care of me, because I don't have 2 degrees for you to come in and take care of me. I got my own skills, my own talents. I like having my own money, so that if I don't want your ass no more, I could be like, peace. I don't I don't subscribe to that letting a man take care of you, because I know from my personal experience and from my girls and just women in general, a lot of
Mhm.
those guys are very controlling, and they don't even always treat you right because they feel like, well, shit, I fund your life. So
Yeah.
you don't have no choice but to shut the fuck up and
I
do whatever
don't
I give you. I'm not
I
dealing
don't
with that.
I don't think okay, so here's my take
I'm
on
not
that.
doing it.
I think what it is if we like you, we gonna show the effort that we
Yep.
like. we're gonna pay attention to everything that you got going on without you saying it, because we're gonna study you. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to too much speak on it. Whatever I'm going to do, I'm going to do it because I like you. I'm not doing it because you owe me, or I'm not doing it because I'm looking for something. If I like you, I'm going to do it.
That just made me think. People are so transactional. And you're saying it right now.
Yeah.
You're doing it because because I'm feeling you, because I study you. Don't make it a transactional thing where it's like, well, I gave you some pussy, so now I need some money.
Man,
don't make it transactional.
I like going out on dates. I like opening doors. I like buying flowers. I like being on time. I like good conversation. I feel like if I'm giving you the time and I'm spending my money, then I need to give you all my attention. I need you to give me all your attention. I can understand if the kid's calling, something like that, cool. But I'm big on, this is your moment. This is my moment. This is where we're at. Like, we're not doing this, you know what I'm saying, for anything but what we're doing it for. Like, I'm at the phase of my life now where family and quality time and all these things are important. So if I'm taking the time, it doesn't matter how much money we're spending. It doesn't matter about any of that. If I enjoy your company, I'm going to spend it. You know what I'm saying? Because I enjoy your company. But now the reciprocity in that is, I want that same type of energy. Like, my focus is on you. Your focus is on me. And I just feel like, man, we can have the greatest date in the world. It doesn't matter about the money, because I'm not sitting here pocket watching. If I can't afford, especially in this day and age, if I can't afford to take you somewhere nice, then we're not going there.
And see, for me, I'm the type, and I live in LA too, but I think this is like all over. We can go to a free museum. I love art. You can take me to a free museum, and that's beautiful museums in all cities.
Yeah.
You can take me to a beautiful museum, and we can walk around the museum, and we can get a iced latte, and to me that's a date, because we're together, we're talking. I can get dressed super cute to go to the museum. We can take some cute little pictures. Hell, we can hit a food truck and get some tacos for $13, and your girl is happy, and roll up, and I'm good. Like, we overthink because we're thinking about the standards based on social media. Oh, he didn't fly me out. He didn't buy me a Birkin. Like, y'all doing too much. Every man is not gonna be able to buy you no goddamn Birkin. Every man ain't gonna be able to fly you out to his Miami house. Like, we got to get out of that thinking. Like, if you are truly feeling someone, then that quality time, those words of affirmation, all the love languages, just let them all just mesh and meld in together. And like, I think we overcomplicate relationships a lot.
And I think what it is too is that, again, if we like you, man, we gonna make sure we have to go all out, because my mind frame is this. There's a lot of dudes that could be in this position. So in my mind, it's like a mini competition in my mind. Like, I got to be on my P's and Q's. I don't necessarily have to do all these things, and you're not necessarily requiring me to.
You want to stand out.
But I have to stand out. Like, I didn't waste my time or my energy or my effort and all this just to be the normal dude. Nah.
Yeah, just to be like mediocre. Like,
yeah, because you probably ran into a lot of those. You know what I'm saying? Even on these dating apps and things like that, you run into a lot of the same dudes, because not everybody is looking for the same thing. Not everybody is looking for love. A lot of people that are looking for relations. And at this phase in my life, that's what I felt like, because I'm like, yo, love is like a fairy tale. That stuff don't exist. But then I had to think about it like, listen, with a mindset like that, you will never find what you really truly are looking for. So you got to come in with a different mind frame. And that's what it is. First of all, here's another thing. Ladies and gentlemen, please don't go on your whole entire first date talking about your exes. We don't want to hear that shit.
No, that's definitely like, but I think it's good to have a conversation if y'all both are open, just to have that conversation about, like, why are you single?
Not on the first date.
Maybe not on the first date, but hell, I'll probably ask you that before we even get to the first date. Why are you single? Because I honestly want to know, especially if you're 38. I want to know why you're single. Do you have kids? Have you ever thought of what's your longest relationship? Because that stuff actually matters. Like if you just go read some psychological books, whatever, it's a really, there's a science to that. Like if you've been telling me you've been single for 10 years, I got questions. Why you been single for 10 years?
Listen,
what you been doing for 10 years?
I honestly don't. Listen,
I want to know, because that's especially when it comes to men, that can kind of give you an idea of what he is looking for. If a man tells you, yeah, I ain't been in a relationship for 10 years, he might not be relationship material. And I want to know
not even that. Like, it's okay to dibble and dabble in about your past relationships.
Yeah, I'm not saying we have a whole,
but I feel like if you're just laying in on this one dude, like for me, I found myself doing this quite a lot, talking about one of my particular kids' mothers, and on every argument, not every argument, but every situation. Oh yeah, me and my ex, we used to do this. We don't do that no more. We fell out, blah blah blah. Every situation, I had a situation in my head, like, and then I started to feel like she didn't tell me, but I started to feel like yo, I'm not finna keep spending my whole dinner dates talking about my past, like that shit.
No, that's not what I meant at all.
Eventually that person, they might be nice about it. Yeah, they might be nice about it at first, but then you got to think like, yeah, we talk about this same shit every.
No, that's not what I meant. I meant like, someone asked me, so why are you single? Because I'm divorced. Oh, why are you divorced? Because my husband was unfaithful for years. Easy. Boom. We can move on. We're great friends. We co-parent well. Boom, we can move on. But I think it's important to know, because when you're trying to get to know someone, ask all the questions. You should be asking. That's our problem too. We don't want to ask the uncomfortable questions. We want to keep everything surface level, and then we don't ever take the time to really get to know each other.
Facts.
How can you get to know me if you don't ask me questions? And that is the reason why I haven't been giving it up to none of these dudes on dating apps, because they don't, or even just in general, when I meet guys, they don't ask me questions.
We don't actually give a about what's your favorite color? What's your favorite book? What's your favorite movie? What's your favorite position?
Don't ask me that one, because I don't have a favorite position.
hey, listen,
but that stuff is important. Matter of fact, you know how important it is? A dude asked me what my favorite book was, and on our first date, he brought me a copy of my favorite book.
Exactly.
And it was beautiful.
But see,
I didn't like him, but it was beautiful.
Exactly. You got to know who you dealing with too. Because you out here doing all these nice things. I was out here buying roses and opening up doors and going to nice restaurants and going to activities. From
Barnes and Nobles. He was
and this woman didn't even like me. You know what I'm saying?
That wasn't but you can't, but see, again, you can't expect someone to like you just because you bought them a book.
Exactly.
Let me just keep it 100. He lied about his height, for one, on the dating app. He lied about his height.
Okay.
I don't care that you're necessarily short. I just care about the fact that you lied about how short.
Yeah, the little things matter. Fellas, don't lie. I don't care how little or how big the lie is. Don't lie, because women never forget everything that you said. It's in their memory bank. And they remember everything. So it's even worse. So if you 6'1",
bro, why he hit me with? Because he put on his thing that he was like 5'8" or 5'9". He was definitely about 5'5", 5'6". He's like, no, I meant like I'm 5'8" when I wear my shoes.
I was gonna suggest get some lift ups.
He was so sweet though. I'm not gonna lie, but I was.
They got some on Amazon. Lift ups. You put them in your shoe, and it makes you look.
He was missing the front tooth though. That's what did it. He was missing the front tooth.
Oh yeah, I remember being on a date, and I had choked up on this food, and I had coughed all up on this lady.
Oh my God.
And I was so embarrassed. I ain't even gonna lie. She had food and everything all on her face. It was just bad. It was just bad, bro. It was extremely bad. And the crazy thing about it wasn't even on purpose. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
But yeah. So that's why I say, listen, fellas, if you feel like you're getting ready to cough, listen, shit, look that way or look that way. Don't go straight, because she ended up leaving after that, which was crazy. But damn, do
I have a real bad date? No, I think that was probably my worst one.
I think it was just, it was just a bad timing. But you know what? I think what it is I was nervous off top because I already had it in my mind, like, yeah, these buns are as good as done. And then that one thing set it off. So yeah, I think proper etiquette is important. Be on time. You know what I'm saying? Definitely be on time. Like, if you tell me, if I say we getting up at 8:00 and you show up at 8:30, I'd already done left. I ain't even gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? I done left. I expect you to leave if it's me, because I think it's just common courtesy. You're not gonna spend the whole date on your phone. You're not gonna take pictures of the food and shit and act like you just doing this shit on your own. We're not doing that either.
What you want me to take a picture of your food too? Like, come on, let me take a picture of your plate. Come on.
Listen, please don't go on my plate. I don't know you like that. That's a problem. Don't do that. Don't stick your fork on my plate when you could have ordered the same thing. Don't do that.
Is that just for first date or your boo?
Definitely for first date.
Okay.
If I don't know you.
Yeah, I feel you. I don't want you digging in my food right there. Even if you my boo, I might smack your hand a little bit, like, oh, because I'm
they
a fat
told
girl.
me, I got a couple of people that said people are just out here just buying drinks, because if I met you at a party and I brought you a drink, it's not mandatory that I buy you a drink for us to talk. Like, if I like you again, I'm gonna buy you a drink. But somebody blew my mind and they told me that people are out here buying dates and then buying drinks and then not expecting to fuck. And I'm sitting here like, first of all,
wait, what?
I'm not buying you no drink in the club, and I don't have any intentions of trying to be sexual with you. Maybe not that night, but that's my intention.
I'm about to say, I'm not about to have sex with a man just for a drink.
Why?
Because I can buy my own drink and I can make myself come.
But I'm helping you not buy your own drink. You keep.
But I don't mind buying my own drink because I make good money. I don't have time for that. That's broke woman shit. I don't do that.
You keeping that money in your pocket.
Hey, listen, I'm always gonna make more. I multiply my shit. Look, I'm so serious. This is literally my personality. I will go take myself out to dinner with a fucking quickness. I am so bougie. I take my kids to bougie ass restaurants before I sit across from a dude who I'm not feeling. I will.
So dude ain't got no choice.
Listen,
he ain't got no chance, because you already, listen.
A dude does have a chance. My thing is this: I'm just not a user. If I don't like you, I'm not gonna take that. I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, buy me this meal. I know so many women like, I'll take a free meal. I'm just like, hell to the no. I'm not gonna get cute and dress up, take my time to drive my car to go sit in front of a guy that I'm not interested in just for a free meal. I would rather go out by myself or take my kids out.
I've definitely went on dates because I wanted to eat and you were offering to pay. Hell fucking yeah.
And see me, I'm the type that's like, if I'm not feeling you, nope, I'm not doing it.
That
doesn't count for a first date, because I feel like a first date is like trying to get to know each other type thing.
Yeah.
But after that first date, if I'm not feeling you and you just hit me up to eat, no. I don't like you.
But the thing about it is too, though, like, what people don't understand is you got to come in with exactly what it is your intentions are.
Yeah.
If your intentions are just to smash, I'm not finna wine and dine you, sweetheart, because we are
is gonna get you the vagina is insane.
I feel like this. If I buy you a drink, I'm letting you know that I'm interested. I'm not buying you a drink just to be freaking nice. I'm not doing
I get that part. I get that you're showing interest. I'm just saying that last part.
I don't expect a dude being aggressive because I buy you a drink. Maybe 3 or 4 drinks.
Oh damn! You trying to get her third? I ain't want to say. I took it back to Baltimore with that one.
I don't expect you to open it up for one drink, but what I do know is, and I've seen, you got to read the room. If you buying a drink and this woman is not interested in you, don't buy her another drink. What's wrong with you?
Exactly. Don't go broke because you done bought this chick 4 martinis or 4 Deuces.
And then she go home with the dude that didn't buy her shit.
Or better yet, her man is at home with the kids waiting for her.
Oh no, baby.
In fact, her man is her Uber. He's picking her and her girls up.
And I'm giving her my Cash App info. I need that back. Let's talk about it.
I can't help you, bro.
Let's talk about it real quick.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like, I think if more men and women both are less transactional, a lot more shit can be authentic. It's authentic when you buy somebody a drink that's interested. that you're interested in. And as a woman, I want to accept a drink, but I want to accept it from someone that I'm equally interested in. I don't want to feel like I'm being a user, and I don't want you to feel like you being a simp. Like, I want us to both be evenly yoked in this situation.
And you got to understand that everybody ain't gonna like you, so you have to be prepared for rejection.
Yep.
There are a lot of people who are not equipped to deal with rejection. Like, you got to understand, you can go on 4 or 5 days and still don't feel a spark. It's nothing there. You know what I'm saying? You can't get mad because it's nothing there. It's just nothing there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Accept that. Like, sometimes them first impressions be everything. And then you sitting down across from somebody like, you know what? I liked you at first. I really don't like you now. And that's okay. That's okay. It's not the end of the world.
Dad, you could be my bro. Like, I like you, but I like you as my homie. Like, legitimately, like, I'm not trying to clown you. I'll even go half on the bill. But like, let's be friends. Because as adults, sometimes we need new friends. You know what I mean? Like, especially like for me, like, I live in a whole new city, so making friends was like a big deal to me. Like, I might not want to be your girl, but hey, like, let's link up sometimes.
And I think that's what it is too, because you can date to have sex. Like, you can get into a dating situation and feel like, you know what, you're not really girlfriend material, but we can fuck around. I will definitely bend you over from time to time. Like, it's not even that. You ever been with somebody where they're not dateable, but they're fuckable? Like, I can fuck you with no hesitation, with no problem. But as far as dating, nah, I'm cool.
Well, yeah, probably when I was younger, but I got married really, really young. So I was married for like a really long ass time. I got married literally like a month after turning 23. But prior to getting married, I used to be like that. I'd be like, look, I'm just trying to fuck. Like, that was young Nero. Young Nero was just trying to fuck.
He definitely made a dope first impression on you to get you to walk down the aisle at 23. That's crazy. Listen, at 23, I was having my third kid. Like, I had my first kid at 20. At 23, I was having my third kid.
Oh, you popped them back to back.
After a month ago before that, I had my second kid. So my 20s was lit. Fuck
yeah, dating. I mean, honestly, I don't think we both admitted later down the line, like, we loved each other. We love each other.
Yeah.
But we wouldn't have gotten married that quick, but it was like a religion thing. He was a Muslim, so we kind of like were forced to get married through the mosque. Mm-hmm. I mean, but we loved each other. Obviously, we have 2 beautiful kids, but shit happens.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, I didn't have time to date. I would go to I'm from Chicago, so I would go to the little juke parties. And everybody would be there to dance, to get juked on, to get dry humped and all that shit.
I know that song.
I ain't got time for this shit. I don't want to dry hump. We gonna do the real thing. Fuck this. I'm not finna sit. Listen, first of all, it's hot.
Leaving here with something.
It's hot. It's sweaty. Everybody ain't fresh and clean. I'm not finna be sitting in this motherfucker for 2 hours for a couple of jukes, and then I go home bored and nah, fuck that. Hell nah. Look, I'm here. I see something I like. Let's go ahead on and get up out of here. I'll see y'all later. This ain't it. Cause a lot of times back in them days, people would go to parties just to say that they was at the party. My first impression for a party is, look, we ain't here to trade pleasantries and you tell me how your day is. I don't give a damn how your day is. Let's go up in one of these bedrooms, because 9 times out of 10 it was at one of the homies' houses with like 5 or 6 empty bedrooms and shit, the basement, all type of shit. Listen, we was gonna get it anywhere we could, and them age. We was a bunch of horny young teens. We was gonna get it everywhere, in the gangway, in the garage, in the car, in the wherever we can get it at that age, we was gonna get it. So yeah, I didn't have time.
I was wholly saved and sanctified.
Hey, listen.
Okay, no, I did my little thing, but I didn't do it like that. I wasn't around the way girl like that. I was more of the type that they had to come at me a little bit more correct than that.
The church girls, we would take bets on the church girls, because Them are the ones. Them are the closet freaks. Them are the ones that are sheltered.
And look,
So
I grew up with Jehovah's Witness, so I already know I already know what they was doing. But I was always the weird one that was like in the middle. Like I didn't even lose my virginity till 12th grade. Like,
oh yeah, we like the choir girls. We like y'all. We like the church girls.
Yo, he paid.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, we like y'all because that means ain't nobody else in the hood had y'all. You know what I'm saying? So here's another thing, ladies and gentlemen. I want to say this before we get ready to wrap this one up. First of all, do not be acting like you are the good girl. Okay? Or a guy. And your reputation precedes you. Okay? Your reputation precedes you. We know you are not the good girl or guy. We know this already. You know what I'm saying? So please don't try to act that way because we gonna read right through that shit.
I don't subscribe to being good or bad. I'm me. I'm colorful.
Because I feel like if you want to give it up,
colorful. What side of me do you want?
Yeah, if you want to give it up on the first day, cool. I'm not here to judge you.
Personally, I personally feel like sometimes that might turn into a 10, 20-year marriage. You just never know.
It happens.
It happens. Like,
yeah.
Hey, it's no different than you waiting 3 months and then he'd leave your ass right after.
Yeah, because I feel like, listen, if I'm going to stay, it's not going to be just because of the sex.
Yeah.
The sex gets played out. So I don't have any qualms with anyone.
When it doesn't get played out with a person from a male's perspective? Because like, okay, real quick, I'm like cliff notes.
Go ahead.
I've been dealing with the same dude for almost 2 years. And when I tell you every single time we have sex, it's like it's better than it was the last time. But he refuses to be in a relationship, even though he told me I love you. And then he reneged on it, even though he said it. I'm just like, we've been knowing each other all this time. You never said I love you.
Yeah.
You said I love you not while we were having sex. But then you asked me later, like, do I love you? And I was like, yeah. And I asked Mike, well, do you love me? He's like, yes, I love you. And then today, and it's so funny, it just happened today. Today, he was like, it was the heat of the moment, even though we weren't actually having sex at the time. But even still, forget all that. We've been dealing with each other for almost 2 years. And every single time we are together, it is like the most explosive shit that either one of us have ever experienced. And I'm just like, what the fuck is missing? Well, I already know he has a lot of issues. But what does that even mean? Like when the sex just doesn't get bad, it's just like, I don't know.
So with that, I think his mind is already made up that this is as good as it's going to get. So this is all I can offer this woman. Really, like really is really good sex. And I'm speaking off experience because that was my calling card. Like I didn't want relationships, and I made that clear through the door. Like first impressions, I like being honest. Like I don't want no
he definitely was not honest in the beginning about it.
We can fuck around, we can hang out, we could date, we could do this. I don't want no relationship. But then it got to the point where now I want more than a relationship. But by that time, shit, I was already 30, 33, you know what I'm saying? So
37.
yeah, I was in my 30s when I really
playing games at 37.
I was definitely still playing games in my 30s. I ain't gonna lie.
Honestly, I'm not even mad. Because my thing, I think for me, I've been more mad about the fact that I've been like, yo, I respect that you don't want and I don't even want a relationship myself. I just want more consistency. And I'm just like, at the end of the day, like, you can go do whatever you want to do. I've walked away so many times, like, bro, I'm done with it. Like, you can't respect what I want. This man comes crawling back every time. It's not me. In the beginning, I would say I did kind of used to hit him up like, I miss you. Now, fuck no.
Because he knows.
Like, so I'm done with it now. After you took back, I love you. Like, that's like, come on. Dog.
Not you, but there are a lot of women out here with that mentality of he know where home is.
No, fuck that. I'm not home until you prove that this is fucking home. Shit. You don't pay no bills in here. But I feel like that is how that's how he kind of treats me, like near, like it's me, it's you. Like that's like he said it the last time. He's like, I'm like, because he was like, is this my pussy? You know how y'all are. And I told him no. I was like, no. And he was like,
Oh, that don't make us do nothing but go harder. Now
I
you done
know, but he
pissed
was just
us
like,
off.
stop playing, like Siri, like stop though. And was like, stop playing with me.
Yeah.
Like, this is mine and this is yours. Like,
I think you just gotta,
bro, what the no.
You gotta be honest from the jump. Like me, you don't get another second impression. Like you don't get a second impression. Is that be honest and legit with what you want up front, because you don't get a do-over. Like this is what it is. Like once you come through the door, your first opening line is your first impression. How you carry yourself, how you
But that
carry
sucks
your
because he
kids.
came through amazing. First date, he
Yeah.
brought me a Harry Potter book. Like he
Yeah.
was so consistent.
How you carry your kids, how you carry yourself, how you carry your moms. Women pay attention to these things.
Yeah, but I've learned now through this new dating situation, like, you know, be pre-marriage, dealing with East Coast dudes was a different thing than what I've dealt with post-marriage and dealing with West Coast dudes. These men play games. They will literally tell you everything that you want to hear. They will play the game until they like, oh, I got her. And now all of a sudden you're like, what the? Now I'm dating a whole different person. Like this is not the same person that I fell in love with.
Facts.
So I mean, you gotta be really careful with your heart today, because people will play that game to get what they want.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like they will come off so genuine. The vibes will be there. The chemistry will be there. Man, they checking in every day. We going out. The sex is bomb. The whole time they don't have no intentions on anything past their own desires. And I think that's kind of like the scary part for me about dating, you know?
Because I'm a witness to that. You know, I've been in situations with good women and the conversation was good, the dating was good, and then I just felt like, all right, look, we're getting too close. Let me go ahead on and fall back. But then a month or so later, here I am popping up like I never left. Like, hey, what's good? Like, what's going on? Because I felt like I had that type of influence. But then after a while, it stopped working. Like, you know what? We ain't doing this shit. Yeah.
We get tired.
But listen, I want to end this. Got some words of advice, some words of encouragement for the good people out here about first impressions and how to withhold and withstand that part of dating.
Listen, when I talk about first impressions, first of all, put your best foot forward, meaning look good. And I'm not saying like you got to be made up and look like you about to walk a runway, but how you present yourself physically on the outside, that people determine and make a judgment on you in the first 10 seconds of meeting you based on how you look. So that's your first impression. Your first impression is always going to be how you look, how you speak, and how you carry yourself. So that's one. And that goes a long way with how people treat you, whether it's in the business world, the dating world. So make sure that when you walk out your front door, that you are always doing your best to put your best foot forward. That's my thing. And like you said, be authentic, be yourself. Because you can't even keep up a lie but for so long. Before all those lies, you start to forget your own lies. So be honest. Let your real tribe come to you, because if you're showing up as somebody that you're not, then you're going to be attracting people that really aren't for you. So
first of all, show up as yourself.
Yes.
Show up on time.
Okay.
You know
what I mean? Look good.
Tell the truth. Look good. Smell good.
Smell good.
You know,
have your teeth nice and clean.
You know, do your thing. Keep protection, just in case.
Yep, yes, yeah. And I love that you said that, because I swear men today, they see a beautiful woman and they don't want to use protection. It's like, bro, I know I look good, but I could be burning. Like, what is wrong with you? I'm trying to tell you,
listen.
I'm not, but I'm just saying.
and I'll explain that later, because I have a story about that. Like, listen, everything that looks good ain't always good. Don't put yourself at risk because you feel like, oh yeah, she been telling me everything, he been telling me everything truthful, and it feels so good. Nah, fuck that. 9 times out of 10, one of our first dates is gonna be at a clinic, because I know for sure, like, if we are interested in each other, then we gonna make that happen. Listen, man, y'all already know what it is. This is first episode. We will be back. We will see y'all next week. Y'all enjoy. First of all, here's the thing too. One more thing. Like I said earlier, how you start is how they going to expect you to end. Don't come out here with money if you ain't really got it, if that's your homeboy money. There's a lot of people out here that be flashing their homeboy money. I ain't going to lie.
Driving a homeboy car and shit.
Yeah. Listen, man, y'all already know what it is. I will see y'all. We will see y'all. Y'all enjoy. Y'all be safe. We'll catch y'all. We out.
Thanks for listening to I'll Explain All This Later. Please like and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. And join us again next time for more outlandish takes on relationships and the dating life.